NAVI on defense. We got Koi on attack.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty
We got a
cool.
Sheriff out for Ardis.
Well, we'll see what they've got for us here. Yeah, Angel does like to throw in a Cypher every once in a while. We saw him do it on the Bind that they played a while ago, and it was pretty good. Like, he definitely proved that he can play it.
Double hole
I do
close.
agree, though.
They might get
this map
flashed.
in particular,
They
not
flash
the
this
most
or
common. Already a double up.
that should never happen. What is going on?
Gone to plan. Two
How?
players waiting, two players dead.
With one further back, ready to swing on contact. Nothing goes their way. The side of
They
NAVI,
got
that's
a
pretty
double
poor start
setup,
to the pistol.
and they
Remember,
both
this is
get
Koi's
killed by
map
one
pick,
guy
that
swinging.
They come in very much prepared for, and as we heard from us earlier, from the desk even earlier on, and more recently, NAVI, it's not their bread and butter map. This is a big ask.
NAVI can still make playoffs. Yeah.
Starting
I mean,
pistol loss would not be ideal, but it's Ardis and Sagetsu that have to try.
They got to win one of the games
this
though.
round with the losses they've already sustained, and already the
They can't. If they win two, they're 100% hit.
and that's without
Wow,
the
man, nice
camo.
pistol from him. I mean,
4
his
kills
aim
to
was
kick
on
this
point.
one off, and, well, that's
But-
almost what he got in the first half of the
Bro,
last map.
I watched this here and I'm just so worried.
It was mentioned on the desk, I think, what was it, Bear said it was 21% or 23%. So it was bad, the amount of rounds that they win in the first 6 for NAVI, so losing that pistol's not going to help.
Did he
especially when you have
take
a
no
double stack.
damage?
They're literally waiting for this peak to come in from Camo, and he still
Wait, he
manages
took
to
no
win
damage?
all of the fights and ends up being the man closing out the round. Halfway to a Blade Storm already.
They didn't even hit him.
Defensive side here,
Come on, man.
well, there's next to nothing.
What's going
A
on?
shorty for Ardis, Angel with a Sheriff, and the rest is pistols. Classics.
And what you were saying earlier, Tom, as well.
Hey, Recon went down. They at least picked up the orb, trying to get a
it's not even that I'll agree that
early
you
serve
don't
online.
typically pick him up here.
Wait,
I don't really like
Early
Cypher
Gecko
on this
online.
map. Not as much as I certainly like Killjoy, but there are some cool combos. Like the camera in this exact lane where you see them in now. Use that camera around pipes to then have Xiao use a Hunter's Fury later on. That is very powerful for sectioning players and getting free damage, free kills. This round, as we said, we don't expect very much of the side of NAVI. They have pistols for the most part, and the first 2 kills have been very clean. Barely a lick of damage done to the side of Koi, and the plant is already secured. Post-plant setup is good with lots of players up top ready to fight on range. Well, I will say Shadow is taking a risk, but it doesn't seem like it will be punished. With only 1 player lost, that's a pretty successful round.
they keep all their guns, except the last one here.
Oh, he did, sorry. Yeah, pardon me.
Yeah, managed to retrieve the
Very,
remaining
very strong
guns, so they're
bonus.
going to come into this one with 4 rifles and, well, actually no, 5, yeah. Gravino will just buy up the last, so it's going to be a pretty hefty purchase. Camo as well is just 3 away now from getting himself the Blaze Summon, of course, not even getting any kills, so you might think, oh, well, it's not the biggest of deals, but even those few extra credits can go into utility, extra shields for that defensive side. This is, though, again, where you have to look at NAVI and say, okay, is this going to be another blitz start where things just go horrifically wrong in those early rounds and Koi are able to build up such a huge lead? You think about that last map, how close it became. Breaking back early could be very important for NAVI's survival.
This is the round where we want to see those signs of life.
Have to just be a retake. No one playing over towards yellow. They got a retake camera.
Fairly locked out by this
Get
wall.
hidden camera as well at the back.
Best he can hope for. Perhaps seeing the player up top.
Spot
He's caught
numbers.
just the tip of their head.
There's
but
a camera
shots
spot
won't land.
numbers.
The plant in,
And
post-plant setup for
didn't
Koi.
have. So this might be what
Is
we were
not
talking
great.
about earlier, where they
Shadow
don't
is a
have the
little bit
mollies to
low,
delay the
but, well, he's
plant,
quite
so
low. He's very low.
they get here a
And
little
his
bit
utility's
later
gone.
than
But
normal.
outside of that, they're sailing
Means they have
pretty
less
easy
time
at
to
the
try
moment.
defuse
Camo's going
this.
very aggressive. No dash online. If he had it, I'd understand this, but this is very aggressive and it will not pay off.
Oh,
Zipan got
just
3.
gone ham. Finding 3 players already. Time's
Yeah,
starting
and he
to
sent the
tick.
wingman
Shot
out
doesn't
as
connect,
well.
But they've already got Gecko on it. That's going to be
Dude,
denied.
what a round from Zipan.
Now it has
Official
to be a
online
player
as well.
sticking it again. It's going to be a 1 versus X situation, and unlike last time, it is
Yeah,
gonna
not
go
even
the
super
way of
greedy for it
NAVI.
as well, just sticking
3
on the
players
spike, making sure
surviving,
he wins the
already
round here.
getting their first round onto the board much quicker than that first map, and more so just seeing some life in Zipan. I think that he's still one of those players that, even though he's great at a raise, even though he's great at sort of playing most agents, I feel like you give him slightly more aggressive initiators like this or a KO, and he can take over matches.
Yeah. Just looking at the replay there as well for Koi, it feels like they put themselves in a position where it was get the kills now or the round is done. There was no escape, there was no fallback, there was no plan B. If those shots don't land, which they didn't, round was gone. Those aren't great ones to risk it, but sometimes you got to play confident. This time it didn't work out. With the weaker weapons, I can understand it. Now, rifles in hand, Vandals across the board.
Okay, no more giant rounds. Oh, yeah, you can spam through that one.
But Angel doesn't even need the Odin. He's on the wall.
Dude, they were walking as well. That just shows you how little practice they've had against the Cypher here. They were walking and just walked straight up into this one.
Grabinio's luck today is not the best. Well,
yeah,
with a drone
that was
coming
nice.
in. Okay, this is clean from Na'Vi. Every fight going their way. Starzo, last man standing. Hardest up against him, and he's
very,
not
very
gonna
nice.
lose that
Chat, let me
fight.
open the
It's
window,
gonna
see
be
if
an
I'm sure.
Andalusia flawless for the second round for Na'Vi, and wow, that is a very different look for what we've seen so far this series.
Oh, they've got some fight left in them yet, and you know that Angel's delighted. Not just catching the player with their back turned in two, but it's that wall bang. The fact that Trap caught him, and he was able to sell. Here it is. Look at that. It's beautiful.
And it's funny as well, you don't think of that side of the wall. Like, you look at the tube and you go, very wall bangable. That side of it, I'd go, maybe I'll tickle him up a little bit, but...
Yeah.
Nice!
Angel's being studied in his
This is
wall
too
bangs.
hot. Observer owned that round as well,
Love to
yeah,
see
you're
it.
right.
Shao and Zip
The
Out were
flick from here to
shaking
here to get the kills.
hands. It was an interesting...
Um,
It was cute.
Zoom in on it.
okay, dude.
Okay. Wow. This is just brutal, though. All right.
Everyone's just
A trade back.
fighting and
Early
winning
kills
duels
going their way.
everywhere.
Now Xiao has to try and get out of there. He's gonna take the fight versus
Good amount of damage done as well, this might kill.
Shadows, but wins it. Shock dart, see you later. Took that one right out of Leo's playbook, and it leaves Shadow, well, fairly well known where he's currently standing. Sugetsu already locking him in from behind. I don't know if he'd expect somebody to be this far forward. Oh.
Seems like the timing
Timing?
has been missed by Sugetsu, but Shadow's not
Ooh.
exactly looking the right way, and now he's been seen. It should be an execution from the Viper up top on Belt. And Shadow's about
He's gonna miss him.
It's up to the legs
No,
visible
okay, it's
for a
all good.
moment, but he walked down the ramp. That gave him away. Unfortunate for him. 3-2 we go. And the Navi side looking, like you said, a lot better. They found themselves in a bit of a rhythm early on, able to disrupt some of these rounds out of Koi. I was going to say, somehow was the trap involved? No, he's just spraying him straight through the orb. Fair enough.
I think the thing that'll be interesting to me is how we're going to see the variation in Cypher setups. Because I think, again, you just keep putting stuff down in mid. I guess in the past, you'd obviously have
a lot of ults into this one.
teams running Sova. So Shock Darts
Official, and then we kind of got the
I guess he can
Killjoy ult, the could get cancelled out by the
and it is going to be the
ult.
same trips.
It's the classic
Down in the
4-1.
early round and
Got a camera to
no
early
presence
spot
that could
info,
really
so this
go
guy
as a
doesn't need to
surprise.
jump.
They're going to stack up this A side.
Jump peek,
very
even though he
quick.
is.
Yeah, I like the trap that he's putting in mid. That
Yeah,
is
we got the
basically
double
using
trips for
their
early
Viper
middle.
orb. Once that goes up,
Like this one,
you're
once
in
the
a pretty
barrier
good
goes
position.
down,
They
it's
can't
just
see
nice,
exactly
man.
where either end of the trap is going.
Just
and
all
often
of
there's
this
not
just
even a
holds
player
all the
watching it,
middle.
so it's just free
Koi kind of
control
need to
from the side
default
of
over towards middle early
Don't
to
need
break this
overcommit to
and see
holding
this.
it.
He has control over the whole map. He also has a cam that's just sat outside on B. So that's basically just means he can just keep checking that every once in a while. They can just gamble their rotation super early, and if they want to play it as a retake. I think for Koi though,
Nice team
there
fight.
is a much
They were
higher
just
chance
scared of an
them
op and it
going
holding over towards
the
middle.
Caesar because of the ults they have. Like you have a lockdown in
This
play,
camera
you're
that is
likely gonna
spotting,
use that in
yeah,
the same
once this
position
gets...
as every single round, you also have
Oops.
yourselves
That was meant to end
that
here.
thrash. Come on,
Okay.
here we go. This
At
is
one
the
point this camera's going to
expectation.
spot, there we go, now we should
Very
see
well
it
the players
rotate.
Yeah, and
Wait, did it,
they're
okay,
not
the
likely
camera
to
only
move
spot
too far,
one.
Just outside of the
Yeah,
radius
it
of
only
that
spotted
lockdown.
one.
Hold on, why is the spike still A? Ult's used
What a
towards
weird
B,
round
Knife
this
used
is.
towards B. This is working.
Oh my
This is
god, they
working. I mean,
actually think
they've
it's the
sold
fake.
a double fake. It looked like
Yeah,
it was
it's
an
actually
fake.
an
It
insane
looks
double
like it's the
fake, and they thought the
B-side. Take it
Killjoy
soon,
was
they're
just a
gonna
fake,
realize
even
that
though
they've
they
got
heard
the
the
rewind.
Gecko
They might
flash
even make it
earlier.
very close
There's
to
enough
the
time in
B-side
between it
before
that they thought that they were
realizing
rotating
they don't
over
hear the
towards
spike
here.
ticking. There it is,
And then the
planted
ult
down,
comes
they
in
realize,
late.
but
Oh
too
man,
too
Koi
late.
might have cooked him here.
Already
This is
acquiring
sick.
the planned Hunter's Fury used to
This is
no
really sick.
avail, and now
And this
a
pause is
huge
very, very
advantage
strong.
for Koi to play with. Post-plant Thrash, Blade Storm
Shadow,
on
I mean, they
and
both
look at
have
the
fish,
spot
fish for
Camo's
fish.
in. No dash is the only downside, and the Thrash is on its way. Nice shot, but only the one.
Double?
That will at least slow Sugetsu down a little
Double.
bit. I don't know, that might have actually caught Zipan as well. Both players moving at least a little bit slow. Even still though, Man advantage still sticks, but that time is ticking. Somebody, more
That hit
importantly,
looks good.
Zipan needs to get Wingman on
Ooh,
that.
does Wingman get
Gorbinio
half?
just has to peek
Oh.
and deny it. In fact, it's already going to go down. Round over. There's no
Huge
time.
shots, man.
Gorbinio's even gonna
Huge
hit the
shots.
shot
Dude,
to the
what
end.
a
They won't go down
round.
to the spike. They have
Yeah,
to
they
get
really
sprinting out of
went
there, and
for
in
it.
fact, Sugetsu goes as well.
So the
Great
Killjoy
round from
ult,
Koi. I don't know who
and
was the one who
then
thought that up, because it's
this is probably the
incredibly
best
niche
double
as
fake
well.
I've seen,
Like,
maybe.
You're talking about using 2 ultimates in tandem at different times. A very unique scenario, but one that was perfect.
And it is an
And when was the
expensive
last time
round,
you
but
saw
at
a
the same
double fake?
time-
That's the thing. That's why it
And the
worked.
replay.
At the same time, you've got a Hunter's Fury used, Thrash used by your enemy. That's what got Shadow to use his
Yeah,
Thrash as
Killjoy
well,
ult,
just to delay
Gecko
the retake
showed
of
like
it
what,
and
5
the
seconds
second,
before camera
wind that would have come out.
contact.
Really
KO.
gorgeous play. and
Thing
I
is,
just
when
think
would
the
why
idea
would you
to
ever pop a
use the
KO
KO knife as
25
well, it tells
seconds
them no matter
on
where
the
they
other
are,
side of the
look,
map?
that ability's
Why
being
it
used on
worked.
the other side. Camo's opened this up onto Artist. The Blade Storm now finally popped. They all have rifles to work with, but it's the fact that he can updraft and take those duels.
Okay, knife hit, so they know there's
makes
one
him
yellow.
favor this. In his way over back yellow. This should be it. That Blade Storm, the nade.
And they
every
handled
DC
this well
utility
as well.
going towards Angel. Doesn't stand
Nade
a
was
chance.
spot on.
Ooh, okay, well, they go for the plan, and that's going to be 1 for 1, but it leaves
Thanks.
Shao in a tough spot. First kill goes his way. That's the drone. That will give him information on both players. The second one, a little bit further back. He's waiting to see if Shados makes a mistake. They want to try and take this as a double fight, and Shao is doing his damnedest to try and isolate this one. A dart to try and get somebody to turn away, and that's exactly
Wow,
what it does. But
nice
Camo
in the
doesn't
end.
miss the shot
Yeah,
anyway.
they kind of messed up
It's
a
gonna be
little bit
another
in the
round on
1v3.
board for Koi.
I
Lead
think Shados
taken
needed
once
to
again.
swing. But
And the economy, although still somewhat workable, it's
I would
on
be
the
tempted
brink
to call
now
it a
for
Navi timeout.
Yeah, now
Be
it's
honest,
getting a
yeah.
bit dangerous again after using up so many ultimates. Ult Decon's not going to go their way, and rifles sure required here, but that might not be
Because
possible.
I don't
Connect.
think,
Troubles
like
brewing
normally
for
I'll
this
talk about
defensive
playing
side.
yellow all the
Let's
time.
go,
I
guys.
think
We're seeing Koi
KO,
again hit their strike.
like they
It is a neck and neck fight,
KO
but
with a
the
jet.
reality- That's a long trip. My goodness.
I feel like they have one of the
Reality
best,
is, from what we've seen over on that
one of the
last
better
map,
ways of clearing
Navi need
yellow.
all the rounds they can get. I can't give the edge to Koi.
Like I'm on board with
Injection
playing
amount
yellow
is
unless
gonna
it's a
be
KO
in a
jet,
lot of
basically.
trouble. That flash has
Wow, that flash is
destroyed Artis, and the
unbelievable.
dash up from
Yeah, just
Camo. It
early
wasn't
double
even
flash again
no
to take
updraft,
map
no
control, and they
dash.
can do
That
this
was
one more
just him
time once it
running
comes
up and-
back.
and going up the rope. Unfortunate stuff for Artis, and
Gotta start looking over towards
overwhelmed.
here.
They've lost control of that part of the map, no information, and a 5
Be an
versus
eco.
4 in the back of it.
Actually, hold up. Artist
After
goodbye.
having a pretty decent game of Split. Not off to the best of starts here, and again, context. Koi lose this game, they're out. That's it. No playoffs, no opportunity this year. For Navi, it wouldn't be over. There'd still be opportunities, but it would be a pretty horrific spot from losing, what, 10 maps
Okay,
in a
so
row?
knife
Not winning a
close.
game
They know no one's
or a
here.
map in Split
They can
2.
pretty much just flash sight now.
They're under pressure.
It's 2.
Huge flash,
Everyone can
3
swing.
players spotted by it, blinded up for a moment, and as they get their vision back, there's
Oh.
a lot less
Oh,
players here to defend.
maybe Zipan
Now
should have
they're
had that
left to
one.
Just Sugetsu, and with damage done, Starzo's healing up quite a bit of it, the decay now fading, but he's still quite low. Gorbinio and Shanos is a different story. Spike in the open, they have to cross to it, and
This was
Starzo
just a
even
really
hits
good
the shot.
example of, okay, so
45 HP,
you're looking at the
but
Koi
one
comp,
won't be
right?
enough.
We got,
That's another
this is the
round
KO,
on the board for Koi,
and
as
this
we
is
said, a
Gecko, right?
devastating
So
loss for the
you
side
got,
of Navi. I love
you got
this
2
early
flashes.
fight. Like I said, he just goes
So
straight up
they're
there.
just
Didn't
doing
even end up
so
touching the
well
rope
at
at the
using
end.
the
Nice little
knife. So
drift
they,
in,
so
and
first flash for the KO,
it's
right?
free
So
utility. It was a
hold on,
KO
let me do
knife
this
to
better.
confirm someone's there. It was a
So it's
Gecko
all about
flash. They
doing the
get
double
those
flash
back and
combo.
they use
Okay,
them
so
again
it's
for the
it's all
next
about making
execute,
sure that these
and
2
both
flashes
combine
get
perfectly to give
people,
them those
because this
advantages in
flash
fights.
comes up when you pick it.
That
So
3K
they
from
knife
Starzo was
close,
nuts.
that hits.
That
So
was
they
just
use one of
sheer
the
rope play.
flashes. Then they
Still.
knife close, that doesn't hit, so they know that they can take
is
map
actually gonna
control
be a
in
buy
terms of
here.
here,
It's
and then they can just
not the
flash
greatest
sight again. It's the
Bulldog in
second
the
flash.
mix as
Like
well.
all they're doing, it's really simple,
With a
but
Viper's Pit and
it's just
Hunter's
why
Fury
this
available, Navi are
it's
gonna
just why
use
this
what they
meta
have
is like
to
a lot easier to call at
try
the
and
moment,
bring this
because you can
deficit
just do
back.
stuff like this, like
Had a
AO
decent
Gecko,
streak of
super
rounds, but that
strong, double flash. It's just
incredible
info.
ult
Did
round
this
from
hit? Yes,
Koi
let's double flash.
seemingly
Did
put
this
the
not
wind
hit?
back
No,
in
let's
their
take a bit of
sails.
more map control. Now we can flash take this, then we can
Now
knife
at least,
again,
though,
or the opposite way around.
with Viper's Pit on the A side, does
So
seem like a
it's
BD,
simple, but
which
it's
is
like
where you've
super
got Angel
nicely
and
done from
Shao.
Koi.
They'll have all the information in the world, and I imagine the second that trip
And
is
it's probably
broken,
like the
that's when
best
the
example
dart
of
will
what
be
I'm talking about, the
considered.
fact that you don't need to be an insane IGL in this meta, because it is literally just like, is there someone here? Yes, double flash. Is no one here? No. Big map control.
I think Angel's close
It's
enough
not
to
like the
revert back
old
to
meta.
outburst.
That's why it's more about
Obviously not
fragging
that
these
much
days, because
information a single player
got to
pushed
be
up
able to shoot the dizzy,
will tell you
dodge
that
the
much.
flash. It's way more about mechanics instead of
Players
just
towards the B site, that Viper's pit,
manipulating
keeping a lot of
the whole
control
map
on the A
itself.
side, but it looks like Koi have the idea to go towards
30
it.
seconds left.
Gonna have to think, what do they have to fight through this pit? Even going up on the rope, it's not a good option. Not with the way this pit is in play.
Don't really have much
Space
time
that's
for
given
this.
for
They got 20 seconds. They got to send it for a Viper pit.
This whole time,
They
the
might
timing,
just get melted.
Unfortunate to say the least, but Shadow, well, he's gone down, and inside that pit, Hunter's Fury is going to do quite a lot
Like
of
down
damage
10
to you.
seconds.
Oh, even still, it's getting shaky for Zagetsu.
Do they
He's
don't
gonna
have
get
time to
dropped.
plant, do they? It's so
They were
close.
holding
Oh, he got
onto
it.
that flank, but the plant will be going down.
Ollie? Not going
Mosh
to kill
is
in
gonna try
time.
and catch, but it won't.
Spike planted.
Shouldn't
Oh
be
my
able
god,
to do
imagine they
anything.
win this.
Turns it into a 3v3 scenario.
15 seconds, sending it for a
spot.
Viper ult.
The Koi can win this
There was
one
a
from
Sova ult as
already
well.
reveal. A nice shot at least onto Shados, but with Starzo still aggressive, it's someone that needs to be cleared. The peak, it was an opportunity for Kama, but the shot's not quite being landed, and a drop down from Angel leaves it onto one man.
Okay,
Another
nicely done in the end
attempted
from Navi. The
clutch, but this
3v3 was
one won't
money.
be happening. A much
Yeah, I'm still
closer
impressed that
game
Koi
with
got the plant
Navi
down here, to be
again,
honest with
bringing
you.
it down to just one.
Yeah, but they're hot on their heels. That's it. The one-round gap now, much more manageable for this side. And we saw from Koi, there's a lot of trouble in going through this ultimate. It's not favored by a lot of teams, and sometimes if you have a Thrash or something like that, a Dog, if you're running a Sky, for example, just even the last map we mentioned, Yoru, his ultimate, to go through, to find out where that player is and where the safe space is to pass through. And the problem is the second that they're seeing Hunter's Fury activated, it's a free kill. If you're already walking through that pit, there's no way you're going to survive getting hit by that. And then even if you start trying to dodge it, make noise.
A lot of people
Viper's
dueling
on
over towards
you
B here.
in a heartbeat. 4 rounds for NAVI. Good defensive side.
They can have a good
far.
flash for
Building
this.
up the rounds bit by bit, keeping it close. It's a better look. They want that lead.
Oh my God,
They're
it's
hungry for
huge.
it. Ready flash, catches
The
a
flash
lot
is
of players
unreal.
and pulls the rest into the
It
open.
reminded me of like an
Shadow,
old
1
CS
versus
flash where it only
2.
just pops at the top.
That's 3 kills in a row.
You
This is
don't
a
see it till
1v5
late,
ace
and the
clutch
kind of
needed, and now,
I mean, it was just
not
nice.
only possible, not only feasible, it could even be probable if he gets this kill on the
Oh my God, it's a
he's
dink.
lit him down to 23.
Dude, if he gets his onto a 1v1, he uses fish ult and he wins.
The
The actual 1v5 potential.
This could be a disaster if Navi let this one slip.
Ooh.
If they team
Yeah,
up,
I think you
he
wait.
can catch them both. If they don't, he can isolate the battles. It comes down to this kill. He's already going to take
no.
down one.
Okay.
Another one versus
Close.
one. He's just going to try
He
to
just defused. Ah, it just defused, man. Shout out to Shao.
Win a round on the slimmest of margins. And while Shadow almost
Yeah,
showed up
shout
one
out
of the
to Shao
greatest
here. Kind of
clutches of
knew
all
he was
time,
gonna do the fish ult, I
Shao
think.
just had balls
As soon as he
of
had it, he
steel.
knew he won.
1 versus
this flash
5,
was
and he
great.
gets the ace. That's just ridiculous. From this point, there should have been no recovery. Absolutely none. And sure, the first 2 were already spraying his teammates. Isolating the third, beautiful reaction onto Artis. And here, oh,
Shadow killing people now. He's changed his
again,
crosshair.
It's a fraction of a second, but that makes all the difference.
Honestly,
Seems to be
been
the only
good.
thing that can
He's been
separate
good this
these
one.
teams at times. 5-5.
Okay, this
Neck
kill
and
trip's
neck. Let's see if
normally
one can take the lead
normally
before the
good
half
for
is
one.
over. Lots of ultimates in play for this round.
Yeah, the
Says it
economy
insta
as well
breaking.
for Navi is not in the best spots, but those ultimates might just pad the gap. 1-for-1 trade, that's a Guardian loss, but not really the end of the world. The bigger thing is a post plant.
No pit?
Yeah, it's not going to be utilized.
Rose Fawn.
Maybe realizing that
With
these
the
are
6
weapons
months,
are
thank you for the tier
available
1.
It's just going to be used from a higher point.
You probably get this asked a
Spread
lot. What do you
across
think
the
is it?
spike.
What do you think looks different from
This
Navi
is where
last
Thrash
stage?
could play a pretty big role
They
in this
play a
one.
lot looser now.
With this many players, it's definitely not
I
gonna
think
be
the
easy.
easiest way to look at them is if you
it's
just
not
looked
gonna
at
be
one
easy
game
now.
of
Good
Navi's
luck with your Thrash.
anti-ecos.
Starzo pops the
The
ult, cancels
Navi
the
now when they
abilities.
play
Snakebite denies
anti-ecos,
any
like
defuse,
they're
and
so
now they've
much
got
looser.
time. They just run down this clock, use the bodies to the
Great flash, man. Holy.
Back into the
That was
pit, they'll
sick.
fight and win them. Even trading them out
Really
at
nice
this point's
flash.
all they need. Keep that clock running down. 6-5. Koi, they could have the lead still as we swap over sides. They may need it. Navi
Discipline,
moving to the
yeah,
attack,
I think
but again,
Doom Bros
this
kept
map,
him
I
pretty
just don't know
disciplined.
what to expect
And then
out of this squad.
now they're just
Yeah, I
playing
think
way,
the more
way
damning
looser,
factor
doing
is
what
the
they
fact
want,
Artis is
and
having
it's
a nightmare. Like you talk about
He has one
that
kill.
almost
Doesn't
ace
look
in
great.
the last round. I didn't want to be overly critical.
Koi?
but
Koi
him
look way
peaking as
better.
that
Dude,
third
ever
player
since
was a
Koi,
risk.
ever since
Confidence
Koi got
peak and confidence was not
no
given.
hope of actually
They
qualifying to
still won at
playoffs,
9.
they look so much better.
Someone has said in the last map was shining, even when they lost. They're going to need him in that second
Their
half
last Icebox
particularly.
game, they had so much cool stuff. They had so many cool
Divine
strats.
this round for Navi.
This is rare for this
Kinda
map.
stinks. Looks like Angel is going to try and put this one on himself, getting far more aggressive than what we've seen in prior rounds.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed. I mean, I know we haven't got to talk about Artis a lot in terms of winning fights, but one kill
Yeah,
is
this
tough.
Pos,
Camo, on the other hand, has been very
Pos works for
impressive.
Heretics, but not them.
12 and 8 at the moment. Tip of the spear, and it's found its mark almost every time. Blade Storm activated now. Looking for a punish on Xiao as he peeks up top. He could have it. Back to head was spotted, but Angels is the one that ultimately finds the 9, swinging his way up for
Beast,
more,
man.
and he's got it. A 4 kill for
It's such a
Camo.
beast.
Lining him up.
Holy, that was sick, bro. Third, fourth kill was really impressive. Yeah, very nice, man. Full buy rounds. Gotta question Zipan playing here on his own with a Gecko though, realistically.
Shadow's not quite rewarded with that number at the top of the board.
Yeah, and he's
but
just constantly
Camo's
jumping the whole
definitely
time, so it's
will
just super hard to hit him.
be. We gave him the critique of the last map. Even though he won it.
Maritz, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, the 6 months.
I'm sorry, it's already been decided. Player of the week. as we
Yeah,
scored
player of the
on
week.
Starzo.
In
16 and 8 for Camo. Their
7?
survival hinges on winning this series.
It's an attack side
Obviously,
map.
the
This is
cleaner
pretty
the
much
better as well.
average. You would maybe
2-0
say the
would
Navi are
help
gonna be
them
very
a lot.
happy with the
Maybe up
5,
that
especially
percentage by
after losing
0.2
pistol.
or something. That's not up for me. I don't do those numbers. Pistol though for Navi. We saw them attempt and almost succeed in a comeback on the last map from a much worse position. A pistol here could make all the difference.
Here we go. Swarm grenade used to slow them down slightly. Trap going to be put into play. It's hard to remove unless you get up
Yeah,
close.
now
That's
what?
exactly what they want. Bait you into
Double
a closer
cage to
fight,
get
give
over
the
towards
opportunity
sight.
to Angel. Taking the trap
And
out.
they're gonna get
Position
sight,
wasn't
but
where he wanted it to be.
it's
Now it's covered.
can't feel too comfy holding
They've got their
this
back.
bit of the map.
Got
Wait,
one guy going through to
dude,
plant
he's
this
actually
spike.
running a marathon.
Koi looking for somewhere to fight from. The problem is the fact that these attackers can come out of kitchen from any angle. There could be a late play up through mid that they've got to keep Killjoy close to keep that online, and flank is secured the entire time by this camera for Navi. I think the attackers are in a great spot, but they need to take a fight soon before they're crunched on.
I'm not sure they do with this plant, as long as they just hold here.
The other angle from Corbinio has been held for a long time. Sugetsu wins the first. Trades though, almost immediate. Starzo tag low. Shadow is already going to
You
be
got no
throwing out
vision
that
blocker
utility.
this. Like,
There
you
needs
do
to
not want to be the
something here for
diffuser here. You're
Navi,
gonna get
otherwise
shot
they're
from a
already
lot
gonna
of
be on the
sides.
defusal, already ticking down as they look to just try and stick it all the way.
Oh boy. Okay, I say that, but there is a small little square to the left of this that can't be seen from where they're holding.
And well, for Navi again, they're going to have to fight from a deficit.
Do they reckon them? 4 pistols? Every pistol?
Looking at a potential
They messed the
10
shots. It's not even that. It's actually the angle. I didn't realize you could defuse on the edge here, and no one can see you unless you're up close.
Very excited to see reunite. Yes, let's go! Artist back, replacing a
Okay, 4-0 for the pistols.
with another
Disaster.
pretty good one. But what we've seen here on Icebox so far, it hasn't been great. He is struggling to win any of these duels, and now on the attack side,
I mean,
like you said, Tom, the pressure in these next rounds is going to be on him.
They
First
tried
round
to
to
play
take
him on
one
their
of
2
these
best
fights,
maps, which
find
is
the
mad.
space, and especially up against a jet like this, you're going to need to do a lot more than what we've seen thus far. Camo is on fire. Ace spurred him on now with a Guardian in hand. He's locking down this angle. His team, well, they're about to be put in a pretty rough spot. Mosh pit isolates some flash up top. Nobody peeking though. Koi are playing this pretty disciplined. They don't want to give away fights where Navi even have a chance of swinging things in their favor. Until now.
Zepan wins one. Shadows tag low. Would still take a pretty huge
Back down,
showing
spawn.
from the remaining 2, but again, any cost would have value. Spike was dropped a long way away though, so it's something that Artis has had to go and retrieve. And it's whether or not, yeah, it looks like he's going to continue to go back towards this A side, but ultimately, Xiao has only been able to hold on to one of the angles. I think the second he taps this, the likelihood is that Xiao's going to get swarmed.
fact, they give them a bit more space. Again, I'm impressed by the discipline on the side of Boy now moving together, and the trade is found. Camo dropped though. 22 HP on Artis, he'll eventually fall.
Not bad here.
Perhaps a confidence building round for him, finally connecting some of those shots. It will be 9-5 with a comeback needed for the attacking side, but we've seen that plenty of times in the past. Let's hope for their sake they've got it in them here on Icebox.
Yeah. Oh, it really is.
dude, we timed them out for that long with Pie Watch. That's crazy. I don't think Pie Watch is that bad.
I want to give them credit.
Because it's just like their score. You're not really flaming them too much.
For what we've seen from NAVI.
What do we think? Should we do a vote?
Serious improvements. I think
It's just the number? Yeah, because I don't think it's insulting too much, really. Because it's just like, it is just their number. We should have a vote. Because I don't think it flames. Chat, stop typing it. You get timed out for a long time. We have a vote, and you guys decide, and it's final. Should Pie Watch or typing Pie be fine? Because I don't really see it that is that much of an insult. It is just their. It is just their score. Well, chat, stop typing it. The mods will do a thing. We'll do a vote.
Well, little guy's not planting either.
It's just saying the true thing.
Rotations are underway from Koi. Haven't really got anything to do today. So he's buying some extra time. Now if this goes poorly for Navi,
Connotation isn't good. It's just like pointing out. It's not the same as like what people were doing to Ye and stuff. That felt toxic, and that's like I mean, I guess it's targeted.
Here comes the recon. Landing behind that smoke. Oh, it's not. It's actually up top. So it doesn't reveal anything for them. Doesn't give the chance to strike and open combat with Camo. Not a fight most people will want to take. That kill though might just lock in the round win.
Okay, still low. Yeah, still they did a good amount of damage here.
NAVI 3 behind now.
Hold us up. Let's see what everyone says.
There was a piece or two missing in the middle of that, and now they get straight back in with the operator. One off Bladestorm, one off Thrash. Sure, Zipan has his online.
Similar to doing a chatter laughing at 13-0. Yeah, I think the same as well.
These early halves, it's always ended with Navi having to fight back because they just don't.
No, because my rule is like, my rule is normally, would you say it to the players for like players' face? Like if they did go 3-14. I think majority of people would be like, "Oh, do you remember that game where you pied?" Like it would be a little bit unhinged, but it wouldn't be outrageous. Do you get what I'm saying? It would be toxic. It depends, man. If you don't know them, I guess it is toxic.
They can't overpeak. They can't give the opportunities away to this operator.
But it's also just the score. I personally think it's fine. Wait, whoa. Okay, I was gonna say, man, we're out here planting bad. We're out here planting bad. Oh boy.
They knew it was possible, but they're too slow to react to filter back out of the angle. That is a disaster.
Yeah, that's a wingman. We don't need to say too much about this. Everyone knows who the culprit is. Yeah. Wingman's out here planning for you to have a little corner.
Yeah, in a position where you can get it from around the side, but that was even seen. That was spotted by Zipan. He killed
and it felt like the comms didn't come in fast enough that they can go around the corner here, and this is the timeout to just make sure that none of that happens.
Instead of bouncing, if it bounced, it might have gotten him. It might have actually gotten him with a right click on that arrow. And then look, we're not going to point and say, yep, shout, that's your fault, because Kakuka will come up and shout at me. So I'm going to say that's everybody's fault, because again, I understand Thrash comes in, you fall back. It's used by Koi to push these players out of position. At the same time, absolutely insane that so much space is conceded, and maybe we can even point to as well, like I said, the plant. Zipan put Wingman out, and it is an unfortunate reality that you take a step forward, you look slightly too high on that Wingman, and you right click, my guy is planting it there, he's giving them a chance. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Or just take a second.
So what's the point in him if you gotta do it yourself?
It's another round that's not a great look, and I'm sure Koi will take that all day long. It wasn't a scenario in, what was it, a 4v2 that they probably should have.
You got to do it yourself. He can't do his job properly.
We've seen plenty of rounds for either side that you could probably testament to the same thing. For them now, okay, money's a little bit tight, but you're going to have Camo coming in with the Blade Storm.
Gotta take the time with the pre-aiming, that's
and
true.
then the rest of the team still with rifles. For Na'Vi, now an extra round behind in a series that...
Would I say that to Wingman's face? Yeah, after I've punted him across the field, man.
Seems like at least for now they're putting that pressure onto Grabinho. He hasn't been having the best of times so far in this map, so you can understand it, but just a ruse being sold and slowly making their way back towards the A site.
Okay. Chat, relax yourselves. This is a big round.
Put your all into. This is it for Navi before Koi really run away with
Shao has ult.
Economy still not off the charts for the defenders. They've taken a lot of losses in some of these rounds. It's not over just yet, but a chance for Koi to run away with this. Just Fury online for Shao. Used already, very early in fact. And the fight along the belt.
No way, while getting ult. Whoa, bro is unreal with his ult, by the way.
And now that refreshes the blade.
7 kills from his ult
ready to fight.
already.
Not in fighting health, unfortunately, down to 45 HP. But you know what? A little bit of his health for 2 kills. Zipan and Artis. I'll take that trade. He'll take that trade, and he wants more. He's hungry. With the 3rd kill locked in, they finally traded out Camo. Now, it's only the
Dude,
rest
it's gonna
of
be
the
11-6.
team to deal with, and that
Yeah, this
not
is
an
nice
easy
from them as
task.
well. Higher, lower, you can't double swing that. You're gonna get wrecked here.
This is looking over. Like Koi are extending
Calling
their lead
already?
further
I wouldn't say
and
this is looking
further.
over. They're
Camo
still on the
is
easier side.
more
But
and more at that jet diff. 23 kills on one side, 4 on the other. Sure,
damn, he called out the jet diff.
I don't know if it's going to make a difference at this stage. And even then, you just look at the supportive utility. The double flashes. Like, Angel doesn't even know where he is. He's lost at that point. And then it's easy pickings for the rest of the team just to sit passive. 5 rounds in the lead.
Money, right?
A chance
they got money.
for another victory.
They don't have money after this though. Everyone be saying about 3k.
It's been a resurgence. It's been an upswing.
This is lovely from
in their
Koi. They're still a bit of a
performances.
fanatic going aggro. I mean, I call this a fanatic, but maybe other teams call it something else. Normally they just do this when they have knives. They go super aggro here, but they hold one person out, and I think they had a knife as well to make sure that no one was in this area. Dude, Koi are so drilled on this map. You can see, like you saw an attack there when I was explaining the protocols of just like knife, and then they just know that they need to be double flashing. They're doing really good on this. They got a lot of good
You
setups.
have to applaud them. They've made a big turnaround. They've looked a lot better this last week or two.
And out of the plant was attempted. Wingman got the plant down before the molly.
For Navi. They've ran out of runway. This is it. Time to put their foot down. Sneaky position from Artis, and he gets one. He's even up to double. This is beautiful.
Had the cast, calling him out.
And just in the nick of time, 2 versus 3. The swing good
Bro,
from
Shadow,
His 3rd kill of the round, and already the defuse is underway. This time he's off it, swinging wide, isolating a duel, and going back in, dragging Sagetsu to the open. It's the full stick.
There's no way he wins that.
Landed.
There's no way.
12 to 6.
Oh my god, how's he won that 1v2?
Another ridiculous and
Dude, that last kill was
painful
impressive
loss
as hell.
for the side of Navi.
Dude, Shadow as well, man. Guy's fragging out so heavy.
Big play from Shadow here, just the swing to take
Flash is
down
hitting
Artis.
everyone.
Even while he's revealed.
Not sure I've ever seen a Dizzy get as much impact as this game. They're making Dizzy look unbelievably broken.
Shados is waving them goodbye. I think he knows this one is over. 3 rounds in a row, 6 needed for Na'Vi.
6? Bro, there's
If
no...
this was last split, we'd be talking
It's actually going to come down to
maybe some
Navi
build,
having to
maybe
beat
some
Gentlemates
but
to get
we're
playoffs.
long past that, long gone in that spot for Na'Vi. Camo, nice flash, he didn't even catch, doesn't matter, he still lands the shot.
Show and Shao how it's done. Big game for Camo. What a time to step up as well. As we said, if Koi lost, their tournament life was gone. But my God, they've come in with some fight to them. That was
Oh
interesting
my
from
days,
Camo.
bro.
An attempt to jump up
Look
top.
at it.
And although it fails, the trades are quickly found. Sagetsu,
They absolutely
1v4.
smashed him on
He
this
starts
map.
to thrash at least, but he has to go back towards it because that's where the spike is. Mid held by Shados, push up as well. Already Starzo on top.
man.
I mean,
What's
at
going
what
on?
point do we call time of death? I'm gonna keep hitting this with the defibrillator that is Sagetsu. See if they can have some semblance of hope to
What
drag
is
out
going
of this
on
round.
here?
They'd still need 5 in a row. All odds stacked against them. And in the end, okay, gets the one, but that's it. 13-6.
Shout out to Koi on this. I mean, they got way better once they accepted they were kind of just done.
To count them out yet. This could have been the series that locked them out. Instead, they're still in with a chance.
Yeah, there's still hope for Koi. And while
Wait, is there still
Navi,
hope
it
for
seems to
Koi?
be the
Surely not.
opposite. That hope is
Qualifying
slowly
with 4
dwindling. From
wins?
4-1, they are now sat at a negative win rate 4 and